Hey guys, Greco Fabulous here. Well, I was gonna make a white people be shopping video, but I can't see them cause the money in the way. So I guess we'll have to do it another time.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
Hey everybody, Greco Fabulous here, and welcome to White People Be Shopping. This is the video where I show you what I buy from retail stores. So if it's comic books, that means I got it from my local comic shop. If it's action figures, that means I got it from a place like Toys R Us. So I haven't made one of these videos in a while, and it's not because I haven't been buying stuff. It's because most of the stuff I've purchased is comic books, and I'm pretty predictable when it comes to newer titles. So I'm just going to blow through what I've purchased over the past month or so. We got Spawn 227, Before Watchmen Silk Spectre number 4, Before Watchmen Comedian number 3, and Before Watchmen Comedian number 4. America's Got Powers number 5, Young Avengers number 1, the Brian Lee O'Malley variant, Walking Dead number 111, and Walking Dead number 112. Walking Dead number 113, Revival number 11, Revival number 12, and Revival number 13. Chew number 35, Kick-Ass 3 number 1, the Hit Girl variant, Kick-Ass 3 number 2, and RoboCop Last Stand number 1. Now I don't have much to say about those books. Walking Dead rules, Revival rules, Kick-Ass 3 I'm really enjoying, Chew rocks. The Before Watchmen series, that's a series that I started reading from the beginning, but then I was like, they're making so many copies of these at $4 a pop. Why don't I just wait until there's such an excess on the market that people are going to be giving them away? And lo and behold, those books that I just showed you, I got for 50 cents a piece, brand new. Same goes with the Young Avengers number 1 Scotty Young variant. That's one where I'm not reading the story, but wait, I just realized I keep saying Scotty Young when it's totally Brian Lee O'Malley. Might be. Brian Lee O'Malley, the guy who did Scott Pilgrim. I really like his artwork, his art style. So that was one variant that caught my eye. But again, that one I wasn't betting on that I could wait and pick it up later. I actually lucked out on that one. So other than that, RoboCop Last Stand, I gave it a shot because I love RoboCop and it sucked monkey d***. Now if you've been watching my local shop hauls for a while, you know that I like to end it with a subscriber-picked random dollar bin issue of the week. And this video does not end that tradition. I still got one person left, and he's been very, very patient. That person is the Space Baby, and he gave me combination Z6. Now I have to be honest, Z6 produced a comic that I would never, ever, ever buy in my life. So I didn't. You want to know what that comic was? It was Clive Barker's Hellraiser number, who cares? Alright, so I took it upon myself. I called an audible. I'm like, I gotta look for something that's more along the lines of Greco Fabulous. And lo and behold, we called in Beavis and Butthead number 1. 90s MTV, y'all. So Space Baby, I know I kind of snubbed your pick, but I mean, honestly, who collects Hellraiser comics? I mean, I was just going to throw it away anyways, so might as well get something that I'm happy with. So guys, Space Baby was literally the last person who had submitted a letter number combination for me to do these random dollar bin issue picks. So if you want to get in on the fun, basically just give me one number and one letter, or one letter and one number. And the letters range from A to like AAA, and then the numbers are from 1 to 100. And basically I use that combination to pick the corresponding dollar bin at my comic shop. So anyways, I wanted to run through the comics because I have a bunch of figures here that I want to show you guys that I'm really excited about. I don't know about you guys, but my collecting kind of goes in lulls and waves. Like at first I was really amped up about comic books, but now action figures are kind of taking over. And after I show you what I got, I think you'll see why. So without further ado, I got this Space Ghost action figure right here from Toys R Us. It's Space Ghost and Blip from the original cartoon. I've always been a huge fan of, I watched the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, but Space Ghost really won me over with his talk show, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I remember watching it on Cartoon Network when it first came out, and I thought it was the funniest thing on TV. I actually own all the DVDs that they released from that show. Now, they weren't able to secure the rights for all the seasons and guests for some reason, but everything they put out there I own. So really excited to have a Space Ghost figure. And if you saw my Comic-Con video from Boston, I'm still upset that I didn't get that Space Ghost print. But teaser, I'm about to redeem myself. I'll let you stay tuned. Then I picked up a Pacific Rim figure. This is Gypsy Danger, the main Jaeger in that movie. Pacific Rim rocked. I really loved it. I thought it was like, it's almost like what Transformers should have been in terms of action and storyline. Except that Transformers should have been better because they can transform and they're actual characters. They're not just people controlling robots. But, I've already spilt enough blood on Transformers. But anyways, I was really excited because these were really hard to find. I just happened to go to the mall one day on a lunch break from work. And not only did I find one of these figures, I found two of them. And I instantly turned into an eBay douche that day. I whipped up my phone, checked out eBay to see what these were selling for. They were selling for double retail value. So for the very first time in my life, I picked up an extra action figure just for the sole purpose of selling it on eBay. And it kind of, since then I've been going eBay mad, not necessarily picking up figures or collectibles and reselling them, but just selling like video games for my own personal collection. Like currently right now I have over 30 things on eBay, but I'm using that to fund a trip that I'm about to make, and I'll tell you that at the end of the video. Then I actually got this little guy right here. This is Starscream. It's part of the Revel Tech line. This is a gift from my wife, I believe, for our wedding anniversary. No, it wasn't our wedding anniversary. It was our 10th year of being a couple. So this is the Revel Tech line. I didn't know much about it, but they're small figures, but they're pretty detailed, and they're like super posable. Like here's the box that it came in with, and I don't know how detailed you can see it from here where I have the camera set up, but he has a bunch of poses here. Of course, he comes with Megatron in gun form, so you can hold him, and there's a stand, so you can pose him and all kinds of stuff. And he has different, different arms, and like he's just really customizable for like a relatively inexpensive figure. My wife always does a really awesome job of getting me, cool little things like that. That I just heard her in the other room making a comment. Just buying me things that I really appreciate. Not that I don't think it's hard to buy me something that I would love. I'm not the most ungrateful or picky person on the planet, but this is really cool. So if you see these figures out there, go get it. And you notice that he's out of the box. If you know me, I'm a guy that refuses to let himself have fun. I keep things in the box. But one of the stipulations on a lot of gifts she gives me is that I have to open them. So I die a little inside every time, but I appreciate it on the same token. Then my friend just randomly gave me a Jazz Transformer from the Generations line. I'm not going to waste time transforming him, but that's pretty cool. He's I like the Generations line because it has that G1 style with the newer toy technology. But Jazz wasn't one of the figures that I picked up from that line just because I was kind of iffy about his design, but a free toy is always going to be in my collection. Then, speaking of that Generations line, oh no, I just realized this box has a cut on the top. But from that same Generations line, I picked up Blitzwing, and he's a Transformer. He's one of the triple changers from the G1 series. He was a Decepticon, and he transforms into a tank and a jet. So there he is right there. Here's his back right there. He has three faces, which I can't see what the faces are from the outside of the box, but I'm sure they're pretty expressive. And then again, not making me a liar, it says in the back that he transforms into a jet and a tank. So, I don't know. These are really cool. Will I ever open them? Will I ever sell them? I don't know. I don't know why I refuse to take them out, not take them out of the package, but I don't know, it's just something that I've come to grips with in my collecting. Um, I always thought it would be funny to do a figure review from outside the box and be like, well, he looks pretty posable from behind the film. Um, yeah. And last but not least, we have the creme de la creme. I actually hunted for this figure. I heard it was out. I wasn't seeing it on the shelves, so I would actually like stalk ToysRUs.com and constantly search for it. And it never said, available to ship at home or any of that stuff. But one day I saw it. It said available for in-store pickup. So I put in my zip code, and the closest location that had it was over 50 miles away from me. So you guys know that I live in Massachusetts, so I live on the South Shore, but this figure was down in Cape Cod. So that's how far I traveled to get it. So I bought it, and again, it's not an inexpensive figure, so I really battled, like, should I buy it, should I not, like, am I going to be able to recover if I throw down for it? But again, my wife was like, hey, listen, this might be your only chance to get it, just do it. So I said, I love you, and this is what I came away with. We have the Masterpiece Soundwave. Now, if you don't know anything about the Masterpiece line, they're huge, super detailed, super articulated Transformers figures. And most of the time they're the G1 designs. So I'm in heaven. And look how big this box is. I was so happy when they handed this to me. Now, one of the cool things about the US edition of this is that he comes with all of his cassettes. So you got Laserbeak, Buzzsaw. Actually, while I'm naming them, let me show you the back of the box. He has Laserbeak, Buzzsaw, Rumble, Frenzy, and Ravage. All those guys. You can fit up to 3 of them in cassette form in his chest. His chest pops open. He has a Megatron gun. He has an Energon cube, like all that stuff, and he transforms into a cassette player. Like, this is the pinnacle Soundwave figure. The only thing that I'm not that excited about is that I can't see him from outside the box. So I'm loving life right now. I mean, after getting all those figures and the comics on the side, like I couldn't be happier, honestly. And I actually feel like I earned some good karma. I have a friend who's right there with me with the Transformers collecting, and he's actually thrown a lot more money towards it in terms of getting like a lot of the rarer Japanese figures. And he's been kind of battling, whether to grow up, because he's in a position now where he needs to get some things and to get his life squared away. So, but I wouldn't let it go. I would, even after getting my figure, I would still search ToysRUs.com until, to see if it came up. And there was a time where I was like, hey, it's available here. And he's like, oh, I really can't do it. But I wouldn't let it go because I knew deep down inside he wanted that figure. And then finally, another opportunity presented itself, and it was actually at a store closest to me. And I said, hey man, it's right there. If you got the money, buy it. I'll go pick it up for you. And it all worked out in the end. There's 2 Soundwaves and 2 very happy homes right now. So that pretty much brings this video to a close, except that I've been teasing that I got something big coming up on the horizon. And I'm ready to unveil it. The reason I've been selling a ton of stuff on eBay is because I'm funding a trip to this year's New York Comic Con. So I didn't get to go to New York last year. I went the year before, and it was just overwhelming. I was really green when it came to comic collecting. I kind of picked up random comics and random prints. I didn't try to meet artists. I didn't go in with a game plan at all. But this time, I'm a seasoned vet. I'm going to have, again, for you guys, I'm going to have my camera strapped on. I'm bringing double the batteries, so I'll have double the footage. Obviously, New York has a ton more artists to meet and to buy things from. So I'm happy to say that I've already sold enough video games and things on eBay to to not only buy my ticket and my bus ticket up there and back, but also to hit my budget that I was hoping to get. Now again, I'm not gonna go crazy. Like even though I'm gonna make more money, I'm not gonna spend it all at New York Comic Con. You know, sadly, life isn't all about me as much as I'd like it to be. So I still have my restrictions in that way, but I'm the king of frugality. I'm gonna nail New York Comic Con. So I've already seen the guest list. I'm super excited about it. I'll probably make a separate video showing you who's there and you know, maybe asking for suggestions if I should try to go after some unique books to get them to sign or anything like that. I already know that I have a bunch of books in my collection that pertain to some of the artists that are going to be there. So yeah, that's coming up. Yeah, I'm going to be going on Sunday, the October 13th. So if any of you are planning on going that day and you want to see me live and in person, you know, take a crack at me. Hit me up. Just ask Red Vitamin Blue. I mean, meeting me in person totally changed his life. So anyways, guys, that's it for this White People Be Shopping. I don't know if this stuff made you as happy and complete as it did me, but I don't know what to say. I'm not doing this for you. It's all for me. So if you don't like it, unsub. See ya.